So today I'm going to introduce you guys to two of the most dangerous creatures in the animal kingdom of all time. The Jiu-Jitsu white belts. So right now what they're doing is they are doing what I call a 3-in-3 wrestling drill, right? So I'm a little bit tongue-in-cheek when I say the most dangerous people, but the reason for that is they don't, when you're a white belt, when you just start Jiu-Jitsu, you don't necessarily know exactly where your body is going to go and what movements you need to do to escape, or what even a good position looks like. So that leads to spazziness, uncontrolled explosive movement, or just making moves that are not strategically sound and may lead to injury to you and others. So how do you train wrestling safely with someone like that isn't familiar with the movements of Jiu-Jitsu? So I do what's called a 3-in-3 drill. So right now, Martise and Jared are grappling, right? So there you go. So there's one takedown. So they come back up. So they're hand fighting hard in the beginning, right? So they're hand fighting hard, right? They're both pummeling and moving around, but each of them knows whose turn it is. And once one of them initiates a takedown, the other person's gonna stop resisting, right? And they're gonna focus on falling, just like that, right? So you notice they're hand fighting hard, right? But once someone initiates a takedown, the other person stops and they just focus on falling correctly. So now it looks like it's Jared's turn, right? So they hand fight, he does his takedown, and then he's gonna go 2 more times since they're doing a 3-in-3 drill, right? So this drill serves 2 purposes. 1, it exposes the person defending to multiple kinds of takedowns where they're not fighting back and therefore going to make a movement which is gonna potentially injure them, right? They're focused on falling safely from any kind of takedown that the other person is going to do. So to train someone to fall correctly from takedowns and be a safe wrestler, this is a very important drill. The second thing that it does is it trains you to hand fight properly to approach a takedown, right? In a very, very low risk way, because again, the other person is not going to resist once you initiate the takedown. But even though, it's a semi-live drill and not a full live drill, and you're not engaging in the scramble element, it's still training you to hand fight properly and be able to approach your takedowns, right? So you're going to know if you had a bad takedown because your approach was bad. So this is a drill that I use for my white belts until they have 6 months of experience, okay? So for the first 6 months, they're not going to live wrestle at all. They're going to do this drill. That way they can do it safely with minimal risk of injury. By the time they're 6 months in and they've done this drill for a while, right, they should be exposed to many different kinds of takedowns, and they should know how to, do at least a few takedowns correctly and properly, and therefore, again, mitigate that risk of injury, which is what we want to avoid for someone who's new. So highly encourage you guys, right? Add this drill to your routines if you're not doing it already. If you're a new person, you're a white belt, blue belt, right? Make sure you guys are doing the 3-in-3 drill. It's a really safe way to train takedowns. And guys, the takedown is the first step of Jiu-Jitsu. If you can't take the fight to the ground, then your Jiu-Jitsu sucks and is worthless. So make sure you guys remember that. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.